Hey everybody, this is Phil with the Pro Wrestling Fans Podcast. I know we haven't recorded in a while, but we're trying to change that. Stuff happens. It happens. Um, I'll put Adam's video on first, and then I'll give my predictions for WWE Survivor Series, which happens this Sunday.
Alright, so Durbin asked me to record this based on what I think is going to happen this Sunday night at Survivor Series. So here's my opinions, no wrong answers, whatever. Cruiserweight division, Kalisto versus Brian Kendrick. I'm saying Kalisto, and I'm saying the whole division goes to SmackDown because ever since they came to Raw, they haven't really impressed me much. They should have stayed on NXT or whatever, or just had their own show, which I think what 205 Live is going to be is just based on the Cruiserweights, the whole show based on that. But my prediction is Kalisto, and the whole division goes to SmackDown. As far as Sami Zayn versus Miz, I don't think you can have the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title on Raw, so as much as I'd like to see Sami Zayn win it, I'm going to say Miz finds a way to either keep it or get disqualified or something to keep it on SmackDown, because there is more brewing between Miz and Daniel Bryan than they're letting you believe. I believe by WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan might be cleared to do at least one last match against The Miz. If not WrestleMania, maybe the Rumble. I'm not sure. But Miz is staying SmackDown and staying IC champ somehow, some way, Maurice, Spirit Squad, whatever the case may be, he's going to retain, or somehow Zayn's going to win, and, titles don't change by disqualification or whatever. But, yeah, Durbin's actually getting a hold of me now. But anyway, whatever. I have the time, so I'm doing it. The women's 5-on-5, I'm not sure. I don't see anybody on the SmackDown women's side. Nikki, Becky, Alyssa, Carmella, any of them. I don't see any of them beating Nia Jax at all. Plus Charlotte and Sasha Banks on the Raw team. Nobody on the SmackDown side's beating either one of them clean. So I'm going to Raw side with the women's. The tag team. The strongest team on the SmackDown side, I'm sorry, is American Alpha. Not even the tag champs. But I hope it comes down to like New Day versus American Alpha, because that would be awesome. And if it does come down to them, then it's anybody's game. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be fine with either one of them teams winning. But nobody on the other side, SmackDown side, is weak other than American Alpha. And on the Raw side, Sheamus, Cesaro is not going to get along. Who cares about the damn Shining Stars? Nah. So hopefully, Raw comes down to New Day, SmackDown comes down to American Alpha, and then depending on what happens there, I'd like to see that happen between the two of them. I don't have a clear winner as far as they go. Brock Goldberg, I'm told with Brock. I posted it before. Brock is going to decimate Oldberg. That's just what I'm calling him from here on out, Oldberg. He's only in it for the money, and that's about it. So I'm going straight Brock, point, period, blank. You saw what he did to Taker. You saw what he did to Orton. You seen what he did to Cena. Oldberg is not going to stand a chance. I'm sorry. I'm a Heyman guy, and Lesnar's going to murder his ass. So sorry for you WCW Goldberg fans, but that's how I feel. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. And as far as the Raw main event, or I don't know if they're calling it main event, Goldberg, Lesnar probably main event, but the Raw 5-on-5 guys, I'd love to see it come down to AJ versus Seth Rollins, but we all know that we all can't get what we want. So Kevin Owens versus AJ would be nice. Comes down to those two. AJ is probably the strongest one on the SmackDown side. Raw's got some decent ones. I'd like to see what they do with Braun Strowman. He's the odd man out. He's the one you got to watch out for. But again, like I did with the tag teams, I'm just going to say it's going to come down to probably Seth versus AJ, or Kevin Owens versus AJ. That'd be a nice little battle there between the two. If Jericho gets involved and helps Kevin win, that's a possibility. Or AJ could get screwed by Dean Ambrose and feed the feud. Sorry, for their TLC match coming up. So there's my predictions, and comment if you like. If not, whatever. Jervin's supposed to post one of these. He's supposed to have some opinions too. So,
all right, so I'm going to give my predictions now. I'm just going to go off the wiki page. Let's see. From top to bottom, we got the Brian Kendrick against Kalisto for the WWE Cruiserweight title, with the stipulation that if Kalisto wins, the Cruiserweight title and the division transfer back to SmackDown. I would like nothing better than to see Kalisto, Cruiserweight champ, and the division go back to SmackDown. That's where it was originally, and that's where it should be now. Let's see, then we got The Miz versus Sami Zayn. Same deal. If Zayn wins, the title will transfer to SmackDown or to Raw. I actually like to see the IC title on SmackDown still. I don't want to see it change. So, I want to see the Miz retain. Plus, we would get to see Daniel Bryan and the Miz build on their feud that's going on right now, and hopefully, maybe one day Daniel Bryan can be cleared to wrestle, and we'll see that match take place. Then we go on to Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the tag team match. I just want to see Team SmackDown win. I think they have a lot better tag teams on there. The Usos, Breezango has something going for them. American Alpha is my tag team. I want to see them as tag team champs. Instead of just throwing together Sheamus and Cesaro and I don't see Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson playing well with the other team, so I think that's going to affect Team Raw. I see Team SmackDown coming out and winning that one. Then the Divas, the Women's Survivor Series match. So we got Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Sasha Banks against Team SmackDown. Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Naomi. Easy Team Raw. They're going to take the win. Sorry, that's my kid. Then we got Team Raw, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins against Team SmackDown, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon with James Ellsworth. Okay. I thought on SmackDown, when The Undertaker came out, he was going to replace Shane. Maybe that's too much of a good idea. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. Just with the roster, I see Team Raw taking this one. And since I already said that SmackDown would take the Tag Team Survivor Series match, so, Brings us to the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. I see Brock winning, but I don't see him doing it clean just because Goldberg just came back. They'll want to build something further in the future. So I see Brock Lesnar winning, maybe with interference by Heyman, maybe by someone else. Who knows? If you like what we have to say, give us some comments in the comment section below. Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Fans Podcast. Follow us on Twitter @PWF Podcast. And that's really it. Or you can email us, ProWrestlingFansPodcast@gmail.com. My wife's right next to me. And she's trying to make me mess up, and she's kind of doing it. All right, that's it. Thanks.